All right, here we go. We keep things moving. Michael Hall coming to the Fury cage for the first time ever and hasn't fought since January of last year, Alex.
Yeah, it's been some time. Usually younger guys, they take the time off, they get some personal affairs in order, but they're often just sharpening that sword. The matchmaker, Rich, was saying he jumped not only at the opportunity to fight, but didn't really care against who, didn't blink twice at his opponent here tonight. And yeah, man, talk about a battle of prospects. Our next 4 fighters are all undefeated. Couple O's gotta go.
This is why we love Fury so much. You get the highlights in the heavyweights. You've got some future UFC caliber guys putting their records on the line early in their career. Michael Hall, Jackson Glass. And for for Michael Hall, this is such a great opportunity. And he's also coming off a lot of change in his life. His wife and daughter and himself, they just started their own gym in May called the Sweat Lab MMA and Fitness in Gibsonville. They also have another baby on the way. So there's a lot to fight for, and he knows it starts right here if you want to change your life and get to the UFC.
That makes sense now. The Duck Man, he gave us some bizarre facts about ducks and their aggression and their territorial behavior in his notes. And honestly, I was intrigued. I love random facts.
Yeah.
But now seeing us fight named the Duck Man, that makes plenty of sense.
Yeah, just look up ducks and breeding season, and you'll get a lot of information. Michael Hall is inside. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Jackson Glass.
If your first name is Jackson, your nickname has to be Action. And the man that has so much excitement around his future in mixed martial arts, Action Jackson Glass, the 18-year-old, second time inside the Fury FC cage. Got the unanimous decision win over Adrian Munoz back in February.
Yeah, and man, you gotta have the age, you gotta have the skills. This young man brings a crowd, and he's not even from here. He really does check all of the boxes of just what a promoter wants to see in a young martial artist. But it's really the skill set that speaks the most about him. Tremendous striking, an ace on the ground. He's got the right team behind him. Keep your eyes on this young man.
All right, with more on this fight, here is our cage-side reporter, Amanda Portajar.
Yeah, guys, so we have young Jackson coming into this fight. He just turned 18. He's a really exciting prospect versus Hall, who we're expecting to go in and land some serious punches and create some action, versus Glass, who's been rolling with some of the greatest, and we're excited to see what he brings this time to the cage. Back to you guys.
Jackson Glass training with Damian Anderson and that stable of guys over there. You look at our tail of the tape, brought to you by Warbringer, Southwest Bourbon, the cock of the walk. Height advantage going to the 33-year-old Michael Hall. 147 on the scales. Hall did miss weight, but this fight is still on. Somebody's O has to go. Let's get our introductions.
The following contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC featherweight division and is brought to you by the big beast of bourbon, Warbringer Whiskey. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This Matrix mixed martial artist stands 6 feet tall, and he weighed in at 147 pounds. Fighting out of Gibsonville, North Carolina, by way of Durham, Texas, he holds a professional record of 2 wins, no losses. Here is Michael Duckman Hall. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This ambush Muay Thai fighter stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 145.4 pounds. Fighting out of Cedar Park, Texas, he holds a professional record of 1 win, no losses. Here is Action Jackson Glass. Your referee in charge, Brian Thompson.
All right, Brian Thompson inside. Action Jackson, red gloves, red trunks. Blue gloves from Michael Hall. Two undefeated fighters, third fight of our broadcast for Fury Challenger Series 15 on UFC Fight Pass. Thank you so much for joining us on a Friday night. What a way to start the weekend. 2 fights, 2 finishes. We'll see if the streak continues.
Yeah, pay attention to that high right kick of Jackson Glass. He's fighting a southpaw. Jackson's got a good kicking arsenal. It's often that open stance high kick that these strikers prefer to try to set up and do maximum damage with. A step up in competition here for Jackson Glass, now a professional. No easy fights as a pro. Front kick up the middle.
He went 2-0 as an amateur, had the finish of Zeke Cates, or excuse me, had the win over Zeke Cates, and then, as you mentioned, oh man, a big left connecting there for the 18-year-old. Might have stunned Hall for a second.
He was throwing big, powerful shots the moment he was in range. Oh, man!
Michael Hall!
A big left hand sets down Jackson Glass as he's trying to transition into the K-guard, has a potential armbar or triangle choke if he can figure for his legs. Hall's got to get his head out now if he wants to escape this triangle. Glass split between the armbar and triangle combination. Looking to transition back to the K-guard is Glass.
Wow, what a turn of events.
Just a stiff left hand right down Main Street. I think if he gets in a leg lock shootout, Glass is going to have the advantage here. That's a deep straight ankle lock. Some good flexion in the ankle as he's out. Man, Hall's got some power. That was really the only punch he'd thrown so far in the fight. Just one stiff left hand.
Man, to be young again, Alex, we've seen it now with both 18-year-olds on this card. Jay Alderetti, who we saw earlier in the prelims, he got caught to start things off and recovered so fast, and we saw it again with Action Jackson. Ate a big punch and wasn't phased too much. And now here comes Glass with some offense.
Yeah, the moment he's in position to uncork some damage, he's going for it. It's Jackson Glass. Hall being a bit more patient, but he's got good power.
Things slowing down just a little bit now with about 2 minutes left in round 1.
There's that left hand again. Shifts to the opposite stance, so a straight right. And then back to southpaw. It's Michael Hall. Jackson, though, still on the prowl. Maintaining the forward pressure. Keeping Hall on the back foot. Oh, snapping lead hook there from Jackson Glass.
Extensive boxing background for Jackson Glass.
Oh, that was
wow.
another good left hand, but Jackson Glass coming forward, hammers a straight right. Finding good success. Hall looking to tie the arms up. See Jackson maybe throw some elbows here in the clinch. Jackson's got a lot of Muay Thai experience as an amateur, as a junior. Stiff jab. Returned there from Hall. Nice, another lead hook over the top. Looking for the straight left again is Hall.
Oh man, that was great.
Down.
His punches come from so many different angles, this Glass.
And man, and Glass is really maxing out the power on some of these strikes without swinging crazy. You can hear them. They're mostly hitting the guard of Hall, but he's really making the most on the velocity of these strikes that he's throwing. Especially when he can catch Hall's back on the cage. Oh! Big right hand puts him down.
Jackson Glass!
Can Hall recover? Oh, Hall's out, Hall's out.
Jackson Glass! Showcasing the hands!
Return the favor with a cross just down the pipe. Hyped up is the youngster in Jackson Glass. Dealt with an early knockdown, handled it like a true veteran. Found his composure. Returned with the exact same technique from the opposite stance, the straight right down the pipe, got the knockdown. The ref really did give Hall every chance to recover. But Jackson Glass kept it accurate and found that TKO win.
Rumble, young man, rumble. The 18-year-old continues to impress and gets his first professional finish. Let's take a look at the replay, and you see that quick connect, and then it is all Glass pouncing on Hall. Cody Steele back there, Josh Van back there, El Jefe, Eric Garcia. When you can get those guys out of their seats, you know you've done something right. There have been a lot of eyes on Glass, and he continues to deliver. Let's make this one official. Here's Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ryan Thompson calls for a stop to the fight. 4 minutes, 31 seconds into the very first round. Declaring your winner by TKO, Action Jackson Glass.
All right, guys, I'm here with your winner, Action Jackson. Dealt with a little adversity there early in the first, but man, you returned the favor. It was a straight right down the pipe. How does it feel to get your first knockout as a professional?
It feels great. You know, he definitely caught me off guard with that shot. You know, I kind of fell on the ground. I was on his leg, kind of wondered what happened. So it's a good learning experience for sure. Kind of getting here and going through that adversity in my, my second pro fight. But as soon as I can put my hands on anybody, I know I can knock them out. I step in the cage. Doesn't matter who I'm fighting. I can knock them out anytime. My last fight, I won by decision. So I knew tonight I was going to come in here and get a finish. Didn't matter who I was fighting.
Looks like you got to get a submission for your next one. When do you want to fight again?
Going to go back to the gym. I'm going to go train tomorrow morning, and then we'll see what's next.
Truly the future of MMA. You guys make some noise. Action Jackson Glass.